I'll be sleeping at night, yeah, and my dad is, if he's not waking me with a very, very heavy slap, he's waking me up with a bowl of water, cold water.
What?
Now, I'm just saying this because they were just, house chores now became, it wasn't just something that we had to do as children. It was something that we started to dread. It was so emotional.
Again. Oh my god, guys! Dorcas keeps crying! Oh my god, stop!
Even thinking about it now. See, guys. Dorcas. See, I've made...
This is Real Dilemma Podcast with Regina and Dorcas.
Hey guys!
Welcome to another episode of Real Dilemmas Podcast. My name is Dorcas.
And I'm Regina.
Welcome guys to another episode. This is your favorite podcast.
Yes, sir.
Like Regina will always say.
Period.
We're here with another episode. Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe,
Woohoo.
all that good stuff. And I hope you interacted with our previous episodes.
Yeah.
Right. Before we get into today's episode, we have a guest on the couch.
As you can see, we have a special guest of honor.
And before we started recording, I asked her, I said, should I introduce you or you want to introduce yourself? I said, no, just introduce me. So I'm going to introduce her. So guys, we have a special guest today. We have Blessing or Joe Owl.
Yes, sir. Woo, 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 woo. Come on, guys. Raise it up. Raise up. Make sure you put effects of clapping.
I'll try. For those of you who do not know, I'm sure you have seen our previous video. That was Blessing in the video. With the
when we did,
I was wearing a full PJ, the long the pants.
White, it was white.
Pink,
white.
No, like baby pink, really light pink.
Oh, I think it came off like white on the video.
I used 3 videos. Video of me, video of her, and then video of Blessing. So this is Blessing. Blessing is our friend, guys.
Yes, sir.
She's our friend and she's here for this episode.
She decided to grace our couch, guys.
So,
thanks for coming, guys. It didn't take us much, actually. We thought we'd have to convince her a lot, but she was gracious enough to accept our invite. So thank you so much. We appreciate you. You're officially our second guest on this podcast, which, is great.
Second guest, but my favorite guest so far.
Let the first guest hear that.
My favorite so far.
Yeah.
No, I won't. My favorite guest so far.
Wow,
she's not cutting it.
I know. I feel like maybe because she's a friend.
Because she's our friend.
Yes,
So we're
I feel
G's.
like,
So let's get into today. So, Blessing, how has your week been? Let's get you into the
First of all, guys, I'm getting the jitters. I don't do podcasts,
right?
So you would probably just figure that I'm not really making eye contact with the camera. I'll try my best.
You're trying.
Yeah,
she's trying. Don't mind now, guys. Don't mind this girl.
Because I'm being intentional about it, but just in case you just because, my week has been a bit. Today is just what day of the week?
Today is Thursday.
Yeah. It's been busy, to be fair. I was hoping I was going to have a very calm Wednesday and Thursday, but it's been all over the place. But all in all, I've been off work, which is good. But it's been okay. It's been all right. Yeah.
That's good. Thanks.
That's good. How have your
my week? It's been same. Nothing actual, not much, because I've not worked much this week. I've been doing a lot of trainings, so. I don't know. I think I'm gonna start work. I'm starting work from today, really. Okay. But it's been quiet. It's been nice. Just catching up with the girlies. I enjoy our phone calls, guys. I enjoy our 4-way calls that we have. It's always so interesting. 2 hours, guys. We talked to the point that the network provider will cut our conversation.
Like, you guys are talking too much.
That's what was happening.
Yeah.
Did you not know that when you're on the phone for I think 2 hours or more, the phone it cuts off and then it makes you call
because
back.
it probably thinks that it's a mistake or something.
No, it feels ideally you're not. I don't think you're meant to be health wise. You're not meant to be on the call.
Okay, what deal?
Maybe but there's some reason to it why they don't.
I was wondering.
Yeah, wow. But so I think it was nice. The little catch ups we had over the last couple of days. It's been nice. So nothing much. What about you?
That's good. This week I've been home mostly.
Yeah.
I was off for 3 nights.
Okay.
And then worked last night, then home now for 2 nights. Oh!
What happened?
I have gist for you guys.
Talk it. Tell us.
Please, ladies, this question, in fact, it's not gist. I need information. Ladies, let me know in the comment section. Contraceptive methods you use and how well it works with your body.
Yeah.
Please just let me know. We'll have this conversation another day, but I want to know what you guys use.
And then we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
after.
and then we'll talk about it because
Probably have a full episode.
This is a full episode.
on it.
Yeah, actually, it is because I'm still trying to. Some people are trying to convince me to to get on something, and I'm like, you do it first. After you do it, then I'll now say okay.
Yeah, so far it's not bad, but I just need more information.
Right.
So if
okay.
I'm taking it out, I'm taking it out tomorrow. Yes, I can change my mind tomorrow.
I know, no be you. All right, let's get into the video then.
Yeah, let's do the word of the day.
Right, so I'm not gonna give a word of the day since we've got a guest on the pod today. Would allow the beautiful blessing give us a word of the day. What do you mean? Why you are going to give us the word of the day, and then you give us your usual slang.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'll just proceed. My word of the day is equanimity.
Say what now?
So it is spelled EQ.
Right.
ANIMITY. So equanimity.
Equanimity.
Yes.
Is that a word we're gonna use, Dorcas?
Huh? Equanimity.
Equanimity. Like you want to say equal, but you're not saying equal.
Is there
You're
a U there?
Yes. Equanimity.
Equanimity.
Yes.
I'm
So-
not gonna use this in it.
Say you want to say equal, but you're replacing the L with an N. Yes. So
Equan.
So it simply means staying calm and balanced,
Okay.
even when things around you feel stressed or chaotic.
Wow.
That's a good word.
That is
though.
a very good word.
It's a good word. It's just ambiguous.
Yeah,
Because I won't remember
it's
to use
more,
it.
I feel like it's more of a it's more of a written word, something you write.
Yeah, but not
It's
say.
not, it's not something you use in your spoken
every-
vocabulary.
yeah.
But you can use it if you want to you want to catch the attention of some people and you're chatting, just use the word or send a message or anything. So
Equanimity.
Yeah,
How do
equanimity.
you use it in a sentence?
let me give an example. Okay, this says like when life throws curveballs and instead of panicking, you take a deep breath and handle it with grace. That's equanimity.
This is sounding so great.
It's so nice. I know it's like very calm and
I saw it, I'm like, okay, I think this is
her
the word.
delivery is quite equanimity.
Yeah,
Guys,
that's
trust me,
the
there's gonna be a lot of laughter in this video because that's what we do most times. We're always just making jokes. But yeah, so what's your slang,
Right,
Dorcas?
my slang of the day is Opa.
Opa.
Opa. It's plenty. Abundance.
Oh, that's nice.
What does it mean? Abundance or excess. Opa was popularized by Nigerian artist Latan Ibile in 2019. Okay, so this is history.
Okay.
Basically, it means excess in abundance. In a sentence, this enjoyment go Opa.
That goal did not make it land well.
Or this
enjoyment.
Enjoyment. Opa.
Yes.
Right.
So it's just all about soaking up good times in abundance, basically. That's my
That's
slang.
refreshing.
That's
Quick
really
and
nice.
fast.
Yeah.
We're
Lovely.
going to have an Oppo experience next month.
Really?
Yes, October.
Yeah.
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 We're on the podcast.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Let's
Lovely.
get to the episode.
So, guys, last episode we were talking about trauma and like childhood traumas and things like that. And I think I mentioned that we would do a part 2. And thankfully we got a guest on this one because I think she would be good to shed some lights and her experience. Well, maybe not your experience, but you shared some like your opinions on
Because I
these
think
sort of
everybody
topics.
has that childhood
Trauma, yes, definitely.
Everybody does.
So I'm trying to get let me find a scenario, right, in regards to this. All right, so I've got a scenario. It's called emotional stability versus emotional absence, right? Okay. So it reads, a child grows up in a single parent household where the parent is emotionally available, supportive and nurturing, but financially strained. Meanwhile, another child grows up in a 2-parent household where there is financial stability but constant conflicts and emotional neglect. So that's a scenario here. So the question here, right, is which child do you think is more likely to carry a long-term trauma? One, and does emotional presence matter more than financial stability, or the presence of two parents under one roof is more important? It's so packed.
Okay,
so we need to unpack it bit by bit, right?
Yeah,
so do we understand the scenario?
Yes.
So one child, the parent from a single parent household, mom is there, emotional. She feeds into the child. She pours into the child a lot of emotional support and all, but there's no financial stability. Whereas another child has the two parents there, the money is there, but they lack the emotional stability. They lack that general love in quotes, that most children need. So now, should we take it a question by question, right? Okay, so the first question, right, is which child do you feel, in your opinion, is more likely to carry a long-term trauma? Are we child 1 with single parent, or child 2 with? I know what my answer is. But it's quite hard,
Yeah.
No.
Excuse me.
I'm thinking about it from the angle of, yes, I think you said something about good trauma and bad trauma.
Yes.
So I'm thinking now from the child who lacks that financial stability. I feel like that can become, if the child has said so, that can be a good trauma, in the sense that it will push that child,
motivate them
to want to work hard when they're older.
Yes.
So I see that as good trauma, though.
Yeah.
But then again, there are some people who that kind of trauma makes them all about money and
go the other way. Yeah. So that's why there's not always a one answer to it. I feel, because
but at the end of the day, lack of emotional stability does more harm.
Period.
Yeah.
It does more harm. So right now I'm leaning towards
child two
being
the one that would have,
the one who's from the one parent household and has emotional stability but lacks finances.
So that would be the one with longer trauma?
No, that would be the one.
So child 2 would have
okay, so let me put it this way. Child 2 from the two parent household that is financially stable and lacks emotional stability is likely to have the long term.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I'll add to it. Likewise, but I wanted to ask Blessing what you.
Likewise, because the thing is, I'm turning towards the what you said about the child from a two parents household.
Yeah.
Having, is it more trauma, or how did you phrase it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we see that trauma. To be fair, by statistics, you see that's what happens. I'm not saying like I said, just looking at statistics, two parents household. There's this, they're not really present, but because they feel like, okay, I'm here, you're here, you're working, you're providing, excuse me, and they're chasing that financial support for their children.
Yeah,
there's a very high tendency that they are really present. Yeah, so it's not really far-fetched. Now, the child is getting the financial support, you're getting their school fees all sorted, you're getting all their needs sorted, they want to buy this, they want to get sneakers, they want to go out with friends, but then they're lacking the presence of their parents. Yeah. They're lacking that relationship and that bond. Yeah. And that can, in a very long run, affect the child significantly compared to a child with a single household, because you can never overemphasize the bond between a parent and a child. It goes a long way. Don't get me wrong, financial support is that's what they say.
It's very important.
Money without love, I bet they talk
money, the love is sweet, but when money is sweeter.
So it's actually it's actually very important. Yeah. But like she said, it just pushes you, it gives you that independence, makes you exposed, it gives you that resilience and tenacity.
Woo! Come on, clock it. I just love when our guests, even though you're our second guest, watch or watches our podcast, because the 2 words that she has dropped now are the words that we've given as word of the day. So yeah, guys, give it up. But go on. Sorry.
Yes. It just instills that drive.
Yeah.
To want to now. I have to. You see, this place that my mom or my dad, whoever this child grew up with, was lacking in. I'm going to make up for it.
Yeah.
So there's that. It's just inherent. They want to just make up. They want to. Now there's a flip side to it.
Yeah.
Where they might end up indulging in getting together with gangs.
Yeah.
And
so
but if you look at it, because
and I think, sorry to cut you, I think that goes back to the child as well, because the Nigerian people, I don't know which culture it is, but they say there's this quote, adage that says, I think it's Yoruba people, train your child, but as a child, when you get older, you to train yourself. Yoruba is like, call more abi omotoko, and then when they get older, they train themselves. So there's a level that a parent will get to that they will train you to, that they can't go past that level, especially maybe you have over age. So at some point as a child, you should be able to retrain yourself in the sense where you don't allow certain things shape you anymore. Like, I'm of the opinion, this is probably sidetracking, but I'm of the opinion that you should not allow your trauma determine how you turn out. It will naturally determine, but if you're the type of child that's turaeko, in the sense where you train yourself, you are more alert as to aware of the things you've been through. You walk through it. That's you training yourself so that you're not allowing it shaping who you are in the future. So there are some children that, instead of going the way that you both have mentioned about having that drive and motivation because you saw your mom struggle financially, however your mom poured so much love into you, you are motivated to do good and be good for yourself. There are some children that
in that vein, so because you're, what usually will lead to that is because you're overly motivated, you're stimulated to get money, you find that it becomes an obsession.
Right, that's
and when
another angle.
When it becomes an obsession, you're not willing to take the right route, which is usually slow, to getting that financial independence. You're wanting to because
fast track
I know
money.
You're seeing you want to just you want to fast track it.
Or you end up not living life and enjoying life.
Yes, because you're focused about.
And then you're looking. What did you?
All
the hustle.
They're seeking out the quickest way to make money, and that's where doom starts.
So this scenario, what we've spoken about, is for child 1 now, because I think we're all in agreements. Agreements is agreements even a word. We're all in agreement that child 2, in our own opinion. Some people, guys, if you feel like child 1 would have a longer term trauma, you can drop it in the comment section and let's hear your view. But we here are saying child 2 would most likely have the longer term trauma. We've spoken on child 1 in sense where their parents gives them love but no money, so they can either be motivated to make the money and be good or go the other way. So that depends on child. Now let's talk about child 2 now, in the sense where the money is there, but the emotional stability, parents' presence are not there. Now, how does that breed trauma in a child? In your own opinion?
I think that, this...
It's a silence for me.
Because it's just like I said. I don't want to get too deep.
Talk.
Just like I said.
Get deep.
Yeah, just like I said, like with me, right? When my mom was working, she had to leave the house. My dad was working.
Yeah.
My dad is a retired police officer.
Right.
So he always had to be away for months and excuse me, for months. So periods where it was just my mom and then she had to work.
Yeah.
That trauma that comes from it, I feel, what's the trauma called? I don't know what the trauma is called. But when you start to feel abandoned.
It's neglect.
Yeah, neglect.
You feel neglected.
Yeah. When you feel neglected, for some people, you might end up finding love in the wrong places when you get older.
Yeah.
You start to seek that.
Even as a child.
Yeah, even as a child, with your friendship groups, you start to seek love in circles that you're not necessarily needed. And if they don't, you might be in a circle that they don't love you, right? But because those are the only people giving me face, or those are the only people, even if it's errands they're sending you on, you feel needed.
Yes.
And
just
wanted.
that desire for community. You want people to just want to be around. Sorry.
I just want somebody to see me and acknowledge me and notice me, and that's the kind of trauma.
And that's it. Yeah.
If you are not fortunate enough to work on it, you will end up making terrible friends,
terrible decisions.
Dating. There's this thing they call dating someone that looks like your daddy or something. That you end up finding love in someone.
Yeah, I know what you're trying to say.
I know what you're trying to say. You know when like a teenager is dating someone really
it's
old,
like you have a mommy syndrome, daddy syndrome. You start looking
all your
for
boyfriends. Start looking for love in boyfriends.
Yeah.
Looking for daddy love in boyfriends.
Yeah.
So it's just.
And then
really
if you're a female, what happens is you then get with probably a guy that is a narcissist because he's feeding those things that you missed out in your parents, your dad,
and you see it and you think that's
and
love.
you think that's love. So I feel like there's a lot to unpack when it comes to child 2, because there's been a lot of movies out about something similar where the parents are rich, they have all the money in the world, but their presence is not there. It just, for me, I feel like it's very important as parents to be present. And we're saying these things, we're talking to ourselves as well. Like, it's all good to chase the bag and chase the money, but the age and different stages of each child matters a lot. We need to be very aware of that, because fair enough, if a child is like 18, although they say that there's no age that no child won't need their parent, right? But let's even give it an age range. Let's say you're getting to like 20 years old, then you can sort of ease off a bit because you're an adult. But between that age of when you're born to, like, I'd say, for me, I'll even say like 18 to 20, that child or that human still needs their parents. A parent.
Even now, I still need my mom.
As in, do you not understand? Like, before I went to London over the weekend for a family's wedding, and did I tell you, or was I telling you that but I think it was my husband I was telling. I think 2 days before I went, I said to my husband, "Oh my God, I can't wait to see my mom." I even sent my mom a message. I was like, "I can't wait to see you. I miss you." And I posted it on my status, and one of my friends, well, we've not spoken in a while, but we grew up together. She was like one of my first friends in Ireland when I first moved there. She messaged me and said, "From your mouth." I said, "What do you mean?" She's like, "You, after all the trouble you gave that woman, because we grew up together." So she knew how my mom was. Like I said in the last episode, she was all my children. So, but it just, and I said to my husband, I said, "Oh my God, I miss my mom. Like, I actually missed." And when I saw her, I gave her a hug, I gave her a kiss, and she was probably like, "What the heck is going on with this one?" But it just shows that even as adults, we're married, we have kids and all that, we still need our parents. We still need our parents. So, have you got any other thing in regards to?
It's actually really, really long lasting. With child 2.
Yeah.
Like, it could. I've thought of so many things, like so many things that could happen, so many traumatic situations that could come out of that kind of household. And on the flip side of things, like I'd said earlier, some people will just look for a way to just make the most of it and make something positive out of it. But it is really rare.
It's rare. The statistics is rare.
In
really
child
rare.
1, there is a chance that you can make something good out of it.
The probability.
Emotional neglect. That's
for the most part, yes.
It's difficult.
If we're to even put it into stats,
it will linger.
If we're to put it into stats, right? Child 1 is more children that are like child 1 are more likely to make good in terms of stats. Percentage wise, there will be more people to make good than bad. But that's child 2. The negative would be more than the positive that the child would turn out. So,
and it's just crazy because people would generally, without deeping it, think that once a child
has money,
once as a child or children, you're from the 2 parent household,
right?
You're automatically going to turn out right.
Let's get into that.
But I'm sorry to disappoint you. It's not statistics.
Nah.
For parents, I feel like just like we've been saying earlier, the parents of 2 parents does not automatically equate
to you turning out
to a healthy environment,
Facts.
to a safe environment.
Facts.
It's just
It's just God's grace. Because if you look at it, I remember when me and you were talking a while back about this topic before we even started shooting, and we cited the case of Amina.
Yes.
So Amina she's a YouTuber. She's quite popular in like the London influencing scene, right? She got a daughter. She's got a daughter who's also a YouTuber, and we were citing her case because we were looking at the fact that she raised this child by herself. Obviously, the girl's father is also present, but the parents, now he is, and they are not together. She had sex at the age of, I think it was 17 or 16. She had sex at the age of 16 for the first time. She got pregnant for that child, and she gave birth to the child at 17, I think it was. Thereabouts. She became abstinent. Since then she swore off sex. I mean, obviously, because of her faith, because she's a Christian. So she said until she marries, she's not having sex, and she's not married, and she's 40. She turned 40 this year. Her daughter turned 21 this year, and I've been following her for years, for a long time, and seeing her journey and the way she raised this child was what we were talking about. This girl, the daughter Natania, she's like a child that, if you're a single parent, like even if you're from a double household, a parent would wish to have a child like that, because she had every opportunity to do anyhow, but she didn't. She graduated this year with a first class degree. You know, she's already working in the influencing scene, making money for herself. You know, she saw her mom, and she's only 21, and we've been seeing her from when she did her GCSE. She passed her GCSEs. So it was like seeing that journey, and you could see that her mom also invested. And one thing I appreciated about that is the fact that I saw that her mom, well, I don't know them personally, I saw, but from what I'm seeing is like the mom was very honest with the child. When she got to a stage where she could understand, you could see that she understood her mom's battles and struggles. So for her, it might have been a motivation for her, which it seems like to do well, you know, to do in being honest with the child. It helped the child to sort of see that, okay, because of what my mom has been through, I will do better for myself, and not, you know, put her to shame, in quotes.
So now it looks like the daughter is very successful.
Yes.
What we spoke about, I remember saying, yes, the daughter appears to be successful,
doing well.
It gave her the drive to be, you know, how she is. But then again, there might be things lacking that we don't know.
Fair, yeah, definitely.
You know, just like the mom, for instance, because of her past experience, she decided to focus on her child and her career. Now she's 40. There's times that in her vlog she'll make comments like she wishes she had a partner.
Yes, definitely,
But when you've been out of the game for so long, it's difficult to go back in.
Exactly.
And now she's an empty nester, so it's like now she actually
has to,
because her daughter is out of the house.
Yeah.
So where does she start from? So with the daughter now that is successful, you know, she's achieved everything she wants to. It's now a case of she's still young.
Yeah.
So there's a chance that she'll be willing to open herself up to have a partner if she wants to.
Who? Natania? Yeah. She will have it. She would definitely. She's only 21.
But then again, you see that trauma. That's where trauma comes in.
True.
If you've experienced or you're 21, but you've had this mindset that I'm not going to allow a man ruin my life. I'm not going to get pregnant before my time, before I want to. And then you focus so much on career and all of this, and then you're sick. That girl is so disciplined.
She is. She's really
so,
is. Yeah.
For her age.
Yeah.
But no, she's so everything she sets her mind to get, she gets.
She does, yeah. She got a car by herself at like 18
or
or
all of those things now will probably be like in the backseat.
Yeah.
She might not even think about it till she's 40. Yeah. She might.
No, I'm sure she will. I hope she will. God damn.
No, because see the mom.
Yeah. What you said is actually very deep.
Because of something. She chose not to.
And even the thing is, that's where
making up for that part with
other
that
things,
self-fulfillment, and that independence.
And the thing with independence, we're all about independence, but the thing is with independence plus trauma, that trauma that is not necessarily a bad thing, but that's growing up and that's thing, oh, I don't want to disappoint, I don't want to do this. It will now be like, it's not a matter of her not even focusing on wanting to have a man. She would have just set an expectation that most men these days cannot even meet, to be honest. If you deep how men are, the dating pool is not great, to be honest.
And the number of men that are...
It is not... It's actually dirty.
It's disgusting.
And the number of men that are confident in themselves enough to walk
deal
up
with
to
a woman
who's already made. They're not many. There are probably like 2 in the whole of London.
But they're out there. They're out there, guys. They're out there, guys. They're out there.
And then one is Spain. Like,
so that's the thing. And even with Amina, I think that's another thing. She has expectations. She has standards. It's not like she's not dated. She's dated, but she has
made her standards so high.
Is it trauma?
It has to be trauma.
Is it trauma or your decisions? Because I feel like she made decisions. For example, the sex part of it. She doesn't want to have sex. She's mentioned that there are people she's met, but that's what they want, and she's not willing to give it up.
And that decision, where do you think it came from? When you've been born, you had a baby at 17.
It came from a traumatic
You think you'll be willing to open your legs because you fell in love?
Yeah,
no matter how sweet that love is,
some experiences here, they just
everything
stick
you
to
went
you
through.
and they just make you make certain
Coming from a
decisions.
black community,
That
the
especially
stigma and everything she faced as a teenage mom, and then she should go and put leg for another man.
Crazy.
Hell no.
But yeah, man. Okay.
But coming back to us, I
Go on then.
want to bring it back to us.
Yes. Let's get deep.
We're talking about trauma that we faced while we were growing up.
Yeah.
And I said mine. If you did not see, go to the previous episode and watch it. How do you identify that this or the way you are is because of your past experience? Is because of things that you've experienced. So how do you link it? Yes, you know that this is how you are. Where does it stem from?
You have to look deep.
Let's look deep.
Very
For me,
deep.
I didn't even. In fact, I couldn't identify what the problem was. I didn't know what it was. I just knew it was a certain way, especially with relationships. But I think as I got older, I started to realize that the things I said, the things I didn't like that my mom did, that my dad did, I hated so much. When I found myself doing them, I was shocked. I was like appalled. I'm like, no, you shouldn't.
Yourself, yeah.
Now, because I had so much resentment for those things, and I wasn't particularly tackling them, I found myself doing them.
Yeah.
Like I was becoming those things.
Can I ask you a question?
Go on.
Did you catch yourself doing them, or someone brought it to your attention? This kind
For some,
good question.
Some of it.
Okay.
For the most part, when I met my husband, my then boyfriend, some of those things I didn't even know I was doing them. He was the one that called my attention to it. Now, because he called my attention to some of it, I was now able to by myself. I started self-reflecting.
Yeah.
You know, I went introspect. Like, wait, this thing I just did, could it be? And I started tracing it back to the fact that I hated seeing my mom do these things. So I hated seeing my dad do these things. And because I was trying to avoid, and I was trying my possible best not to, find myself on that path.
Yeah. Because
you're focused on not doing it. You're not focused on what to do to not do it.
No. So it's a case of that is all you see. So even though you're saying you don't want to do it,
you don't know that's all you know.
That's all you know.
Yeah. You're right. It's actually a very, very deep, very deep conversation.
Have you got any sort of traumas? Like, it doesn't have to be deep, or any light.
There's trauma that
no, there's some traumas that I don't feel my trauma is deep.
My trauma is deep.
See, so I think because I've worked through mine at this stage, I don't really see it as deep anymore. But ask me this like 10 years ago, I would have probably been crying on this pod because and I just see it now as it's just so silly, but that's because it's me. I've worked through, but someone else will feel deep. So
to be honest, but there are quite a number of things that genuinely I would have loved to share, but I don't think I can. Yeah, maybe I still need to really look at these things, and maybe when I'm on the podcast next time. But
there are things that at this point in your life you've identified that I am this way because of
this.
X, Y,
yes.
Yes.
My God. I think it's my response to anger. Yeah, my response to anger is the word I'm using would be overstating it because I'm not violent.
Yeah.
Yeah, physically violent. But my words
can cut.
My words.
Your words can cut.
My words.
Let me say my words.
My not physical like like I said, I'm not doing anything to things, but my reaction, my shutting out is, you know what you said in the last episode that you shut down, before I shut down, I'll say things that will sting and hurt you for the next 2 months.
Yeah, before you shut down.
You're thinking about it. Before I shut down, when I shut down, in fact, in my conflict resolution, there's a chance that I will escalate again in that conflict resolution.
Okay.
So my response to anger is horrendous.
Can I ask you a question? So now your partner who gets to experience this, right? What's his own reaction?
So I don't know how he does it.
Like,
but when we met, sorry, I'll let you.
When you like respond in that manner, does he shut down? Does he like? I'm asking this because in my case, I feel like my husband is like you.
Yeah.
He's
okay.
strong.
So
but me now, when he's like that, I just shut down and I'm quiet.
Yeah. So I think it's come with years of being together and working through those things. Initially, what he does is shut down. Okay. But with that willingness, okay, I'm going to be with this person. I want to be with this person. So we need to know, understand. So I started to open up to him, my childhood, the household I grew up in, what it was, what my parents were like, and what it was, everything I'd experienced. And I was saying these things with so much levity, like it was just
like this is normal. And then like come on.
But then he was saying, okay, he could trace some behaviors to those experiences and those events.
Yes.
Now, so with time, when I'm heightened, I'm angry like that, when I'm speaking, I'm like, don't speak to me that way because I don't like to be like, just like Regina was saying, I don't like being shouted at. I don't like being shouted at because all my life I was like constantly shouting, beating and everything. So there's a certain response I don't like being spoken to a certain way. So when that happened, initially it would tell me, babe, calm down. But the way you're saying that calm down, calm down is not calm down. So we have to now walk through what is it, and I have to sit with myself and think, what are the mechanisms or techniques that can help? Because I want to also help my relationship. I want to be better about myself.
Yeah.
I started to think, what can this person do? What would the person do to me when I'm that heightened? So that will calm me down. I started coming up with things. How do I feel when my hands are being held? When I'm being maybe touched or hugged, things like that.
Does that help? Yeah.
We started walking through them.
Yeah.
And we spoke about holding of hands. Yeah, that worked for a bit.
And until he stopped talking. Until he stopped talking.
Yeah. So I realized that I had more work to do with myself.
Yeah.
Because I can tell him all the coping mechanisms they want, but if I'm not willing to combat, my response to certain things, we'll just keep looking for safe words and things, and then before you know that one will elapse. So, do you get what I mean? Yeah. So at the moment, we just look for something. And maybe he knows that, okay, he's probably even the one. He said, babe, you're angry, calm down. He holds my hands and like, calm down. He looks at me and there's that. Yeah. And that's because I'll give more credence to him because he was willing to, because we have to make this work. And I'm saying that a lot of things is stemming from very, very deep traumas.
Yeah.
Right.
How can I do to help and support?
That's, it's a blessing when you're married to somebody who is able to walk through your traumas with you.
Yeah.
Because there are things that are traumatic experiences we've had that we don't necessarily see as that.
Yeah.
But our reactions in life, like moving forward, you're not like, hey, that thing you're doing is not normal.
I think for me, one thing I haven't figured out where it stems from is because for me, before I say this, one thing I've noticed is how we realize that there might be some sort of trauma stem somewhere is when you're around a certain person, could be your partner or a close friend, and you react certain ways and they bring it to your attention, just like you've mentioned, like the way you respond to me, I don't like it. The way you respond, you don't calm down.
Sometimes they even bring it to you, you're defensive.
Oh my God.
It's because you did this. That's why I reacted. No.
Dorcas, you literally just said what I was about to say.
You start like, no, it's how how you said
that is the trauma that I'm trying to find out where it comes from. I think where does this trauma of being defensive come from?
I feel like first of all, it's generally inherent with humans.
And I think it's generally inherent with Nigerians.
No, not necessarily.
I don't think so.
Oh, I have my reasons. I don't know why.
Do you know why? Regina.
Do you know why I say so?
Yeah.
I'll allow you to talk with your reason. Growing up as a child, a Nigerian child that grew up in the abroad system, I realized, in my own opinion, it is inherently, what do you call it? Inherently found more with Nigerian children and Nigerians. Why? One, growing up as a child, a Nigerian child, you are brought up to be seen and not heard. Most of the time, not this Gen Z parenting now. I'm talking about back then when we were growing up.
100%.
So growing up, a lot of times, this is where I'm feeling like maybe that's where my defensive mechanism comes into play. It's like I've always felt not heard as a child. I'm not saying with my parents. I'm just saying generally in society. So I feel maybe now that's my own reason for always trying to explain myself and. You must hear me, and why are you telling me not to? That defensive mechanism. Anyway, back to the whole reason why I feel it's more in African. That's one. A lot of times when I was growing up or seeing people around me, it's like the child is silenced. The children are not heard. You're not allowed to question your parents. You're not allowed to say why. We are just meant to accept our parents how they raise us. What do you mean? If you don't keep quiet, mommy, why did I? Because I said so. All those sort of things are things that have little by little been sipping into little kids that when they now get the reason why is now in school.
I don't think so for you.
In school.
I feel like as if I was there when you were bringing it up. But I feel like it's more than that. I feel like that's not why you're defensive like that.
No, I'm not saying me. I'm saying because we were saying that why is it like that with I feel like it's that with a lot of African children because of how we're raised, right? That in my own case, I feel like it's still there. It wasn't like my mom would never shut me down and stuff, but she's still an African mother.
But I don't think you're defensive, Regina.
Ask my husband though.
Regina can be.
Regina doesn't make a good argument.
Yes.
She would also listen to you. That's
I do. Thank you. Some people don't like.
Regina listens to you, but her point. She wants you to understand her point.
Yes.
She won't make her point to last.
You would have understood her point, right? But because you have probably not said what she wants to hear, she's going on with what she. Yeah, that's what I've noticed. Yeah, you have to argue now.
But wait, let me finish this point, right? Okay. So about kids, right? So growing up, I used to see, and it affected me when I got to uni, and that's when I realized that we need to do better as African parents in instilling a lot of self-confidence in our children, because
that's the way.
Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
Did you think at some point while you were growing up, you had a slick mouth?
What do you mean?
Like you felt like you needed to be slick here and there.
What do you
to stand your grounds where you grew up, not in your house, like with your friends when you go to church, in school, so that people would not take you. We had to do that, bro. Okay. Not in the house, because we grew up in Dublin. When we were growing up, racism was high. Okay. So we were on. That's another reason why I feel I'm the way I am, especially when I hear anybody trying to comfort Africans in a way. I'm always trying to, even if you have an accent, stand up for yourself, because I grew up with the whole, go back to your country, you black monkey, you this, you that, you da 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 da. Yeah. So we had to fight. We had to fight. We had to fight for our lives. But basically, even in that system, a lot of the time, for example, you're in school, and because you have an accent, you feel so inferior to speak up. To speak. And where I struggled the most was when I was in uni doing presentations, right? I hated presentations with my life. In uni? Yeah. But in uni, your accent would have changed a bit, no? Have you heard an Irish accent? Even if I have an Irish accent, it's still not like. And the thing is, I wouldn't want to fake it when I'm doing, because I've heard a lot of Africans fake the accent, and they are doing, and this is science. Yeah. So you're trying to call all these big scientific words, and you're using fake accents to call big words. Come on now. Oh my god. How is that gonna imagine? So all those things, but it just made me. And then I met one of my classmates, Victor.
He had just come from Nigeria at that time. He came to uni.
Yeah.
And this guy was very smart. And when he did his presentation, right, this guy would speak his Nigerian accent with his chest.
With his full chest.
And they will understand him.
Yeah.
And he would, he would get his good grades.
And guess what?
I
They
met my
actually
husband
respect
then.
you for that.
My husband is one person that never changed accent in his life. And they hear him clearly. So I used to, that whole battle of, why do I want to fit in? I feel like it still stems from the fact that we didn't get a lot of that whole, pouring love and confidence from the home.
100%.
Do you get? So that's why, and it's a lot. And the reason why I said Nigerians, because that's what I know. Do you get? And I feel, and a lot of people around me that had the same issues were Nigerians.
Nigerians, our parents are not very emotional. Well, your parents,
That's
that's
another
like,
that's another.
saying I love
It's
you
recently that I started saying I love you.
Hey, my husband and I, when we call them at home, we'll be the ones to say it.
Love you.
Initially, their response to they'll respond, but you can know that there's that hesitation. But now they're saying it because they're like,
You've done it.
Yeah, we're gonna keep on it. So I actually
Wait, your
understand what
pips
you
or
mean.
his pips?
It's Pips. My dad. Hey,
You don't
hey, to the wind. Until you drop the call. Not
Please.
Hey, my mom, she's trying to know.
But you know why? Do you know what I love about looking back is we mentioned when we were talking about parenting a while back, right?
Yeah.
About not blaming our parents for a lot of things.
Yeah, because they didn't know how to.
Period. That's just my point.
Yeah, completely
Like
oblivious
they
to,
could
yeah.
only give what they had. For example, my mom lost her mom at a very young age. She didn't have that motherly upbringing. So I'm not surprised now that my mom is not a very lovey-dovey. Now she is with my children, and she's trying now with
My
me.
mom is always with my kids. Every time.
Oh,
Love you.
exactly. And when I say to her, she's like, okay, love you too.
How many
Okay,
loves you
she
did-
barely
how many
says
loves did I
it.
get?
You get me?
Yeah,
So
love you,
it's
every
because of
second.
what? It's because of awareness
So I feel like
and
exposure
change.
now, yeah.
Thank
so
you,
Yeah,
exposure.
that's why they're.
So
coming to
it's
terms with the fact
changed.
that,
So that's why I always say, don't let your past, shaping your mindset of how things are meant to be. They only gave what
And I
they knew.
think do what you feel. So now that you're a parent, you feel love for your kids. Tell them you love them.
Exactly.
You're hungry. Let them know you're hungry.
Oh my God, guys! I just remembered something.
What's up?
I detested being called lazy.
Ah.
It was a very big thing for me. Now, let me. This is one traumatic experience that I might be willing to just touch on very quickly. I grew up in a home where my dad was very violent, towards me and everyone else in the house, and because of how African parents will make you do chores now.
Yeah.
Ours was
Walk from morning to night.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Now, for things like, I'd always say this because it was one thing that I never understood.
Yeah.
Now you're coming to wake me up in the morning because we live with neighbors. Yeah, we had a landlord, we're tenants, and they would pump water. I don't know if you were ever familiar with that system, where they have to pump water for the whole when there's light.
Okay, for everybody.
For everybody, yeah. You cannot, because it was not your house, so you couldn't do it yourself. Yeah, and we would have to tell the landlord. Sometimes they do it when they remember this. Like sometimes maybe they forget, or they just trying to be
Or
funny.
they have water in their house.
And they're trying to, yeah. Now, so having water in the house was obviously a necessity, and we had to do it once there was light, because you know how NEPA is now. There's light today, there's light. So we had to ensure that all the drums, the buckets, the bowls were filled up. I'll be sleeping at night, and my dad if he's not waking me with a very, very heavy slap, he's waking me up with a bowl of water, cold water.
What?
Now, I'm just saying this because they were just, house chores now became, it wasn't just something that we had to do as children. It was something that we started to dread. And we're
like
doing
punishment.
we're doing it so much that even when you're sleeping, you could be woken up violently to do something.
Oh my God.
And now, when, say he's not home, there's light, and as children, and maybe we are in the room or something, and once he gets back, he's like,
Are you crying? Oh my God, you
Record
crying?
this part.
It's sad. No, go on.
Yeah.
Oh, babe.
He's like, blessing, every little thing, blessing, you're lazy. He was always saying that to me. You're lazy. So every little thing, I'm hearing you're lazy. I was the first, I'm the first child,
And
by
you're
the way.
the first, so it
yeah,
makes it like
I have 3
everything
younger
will be on
siblings.
you.
Oh, guys, Dorcas
You're
is
lazy.
crying.
So
Oh,
constantly, I was being fed that. I got to a point that I started to believe it.
That's
So
what
when I got older, I realized that I'm somebody that, especially when it comes to, I'm very hardworking. I cannot stay idle. Like, I want to, but that fits in a certain context though. Because in the home, in my house,
from always being prompted to do things when you were growing up.
Yes.
That now you cannot just sit and see the house.
Exactly.
See, I have, when you came when we had the PJ night,
she was just picking up after. I was like,
what? No, even when Regina came into the house, she was like, you don't clean. I said I didn't clean.
Yeah, you didn't clean.
For the most part, my house looks that way. Unless maybe I'm not home, I'm working days like at a stretch. Yeah. But I'm just saying. But I'm someone that now, regardless of that, I'm someone that I don't like. And then I even when I did my diploma first. I went to live with a family friend, and I'll work. She had my mom's twin brothers in their family. I'll work till like 1 a.m. midnight. Because I had to go for classes.
What kind of work?
Like house chores.
House chores.
Yeah, now they had a poultry. They had 2 children. There was always work to do in the house. This is just that was cold. Yeah. And I wake up by 4 a.m. to get food and everything ready. And when they leave for school, I have to get ready and get to class. Now I did it so much that I resent, guys. My husband will most likely watch this. I resent setting house chores or doing house chores at a stretch. Once I'm home, I just want to clean, get the dishes ready, and I want to go and sit down and watch TV.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because like if I'm seeing too much, that's why even whenever we have visitors, as I'm cleaning up after everybody, because I don't want to come and see all the. I don't want to see like I'm like, what is this? It just gives me palpitations. Right. You get now, and I realized that because of that, I started to ask myself that am I truly lazy even as an adult? Because I don't want to do so much work at a go. I want to clean up after me.
You're
I don't
not lazy.
I think no, because there was a time that, and my husband is very hands-on. Inka is helpful. Inka does. He can do. Oh my God. Sometimes I'm like, am I doing enough? What my daddy should tell me, is it true?
Nah.
I have those thoughts, and I told my sisters.
Understandably,
I told my sisters 2 days ago, and I hate cooking. I hate cooking so much, but I cook because, of course, I have to cook.
You have to survive.
And I love cooking. That I love seeing my husband eat my food, so that was the motivation. So I cook and all. But the way I see other women cooking, like so you go to one. If I go to one of my friend's house, they have different soup. They have different. I'm like, come on, I don't understand.
What's going on? Me too, you know. I'm like, what's going on?
Thinking, am I doing enough for this man? Am I like just not just
for girl, stop.
For my home in general, am I doing enough? And I realized that word even up until now, the fact that my dad would tell me you are lazy has never left my head. So even sometimes, even when I'm tired, I'll stand up. Or even when I say they tell me there's a shift to pick and all, and I'm like, I can't be bothered. I'll just hear that voice. You're lazy. I'll just pick that shift, knowing that I don't have that capability in that moment, and I just want to rest. So it's something I feel like, and there are other branches to it I don't want to delve into at the moment, but it messed with me. It messed with me so much. Me,
I always say these things, guys. Listen up, right? Come close.
When people tell me, you make any reference to me being lazy, even as a joke, like
it's not funny.
God, it
just
stings.
Like what you said
it stings.
in the other episode
about weight loss, weight thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, what I wanted to say, guys, there's nothing like a child or a person. Oh, y'all look cute. Anyway, as they're hugging each other, listen to me. Listen closely, guys. There's nothing like a lazy person. That's my opinion. I always say there's not a lazy man. There are just people that are not interested in what you're asking them to do. Right?
Yeah.
Listen to my reason. Let me give my reason before you say something. So sorry. The reason is this. When I first got married, there was this wave of maybe like a couple of years into marriage. There's this wave of people doing business. Everybody was like business. And at that time, the business that a lot of people were doing is buying and selling. So you buy, you now sell to people in Nigeria. So I remember my husband saying to me, you to start business, and I remember I'm casting you, babe. I think he said something like you are lazy or something, like there was this lazy.
You will not say you're lazy.
Insinuated that I was lazy because I was like, at that point in my life, I was all about 9 to 5, doing my pharmaceutical stuff. I was all career. I hadn't had a child, so don't disturb my path and my vision in life. And then a couple of years down the line, after that, a couple of friends, my friends came together, and they bought me 2017. They bought me they saw that I could do makeup. They bought me my ring lights. They bought a few things. This very one.
Since when?
2017, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Baby.
If it ain't broke, why fix it? So they bought me a lot of things for my. I think that was the year I had my first child. So they brought it and I turned, I don't know how old I turned, but I had 23 that year or something like that. And they bought it for me as a birthday gift and said to me, "You are starting this business, whether you like it or not." And I started from that year, and I love doing it. So this same husband of mine that was telling me to do business buying and selling then, that turned me lazy. Now I was now shocked as how much I took to the makeup business. And when I'm going for gigs and stuff, and one day he said to me, so I said, babe, I was not interested in buying and selling. I'm not lazy. I'm not interested. Give a child on the streets, a child that is on the streets, that is doing drugs or whatever, put something that they are interested in front of them. You will see that they will live that street life. Most likely. So it's all about knowing people, especially because we're talking about children and parenting. Knowing your child's strengths and weaknesses and playing to it. Not now stigmatizing them. Because your child likes to eat, they are fat, or they are, find a way. Okay, you like to eat, you like to cook. Let's find a way of cooking healthy stuff that will help you lose weight. It's just love, putting love in things, and not just.
I think I find that as we get older, for instance, a child that was deprived of cereal growing up, when they're older, they start to take a lot of cereal, especially when they can afford to buy
Cocoa
that cereal.
Pops. Oh my God, Kellogg's.
Everything they say you should not take.
Kellogg's.
You start to take it because I can buy it, I can afford it. Why can't
afford
I?
it, period.
So going back to you, now that you're older, if you have done dishes and that is all you can do in that moment, go and sleep.
Period.
It is your house.
Exactly. You do it what you want.
Trauma
Crazy,
of
man.
Sometimes your parents' voices, your mother's voice, your father's voice makes you go harder rather. Take it easy on yourself. Especially now moving forward with your partner and knowing that if it's okay with you just doing dishes and sleeping, there's nothing to worry about. Do your dishes, go and sleep. Now I would say for a lot of us who are fortunate enough to have traced it or have a pattern, you sort of recognize the pattern. Just don't be hard on yourself. If you're in a relationship and your partner does not like it, and you also do not like it, and it's affecting your relationship, just try to walk through it. Try to work on it. Try to walk through it. If you need to go to counseling, go to counseling. If you need to talk to your pastors, talk to your pastors. If it's just having conversations with your friends, because me, like with you guys now, once we have the conversations, I recognize
it helps.
Things.
Yes.
I go home and I'm slightly different.
Yeah.
Or I make a conscious effort not to redo those things. So whatever you need to do to walk through it. But it's very important that you try to heal.
Yes, very, very important.
Never forget.
Trust me.
Don't be too harsh on yourself. You can never forget it.
And the voices will always sort of pop up once in a while. But once you've worked through it, even when they come to your head, it's not something that will play a major impact or have a major impact on your life. Because once something is having a major impact on your life, that's when you need to pay attention to it and work through it. Blessing?
What's yours?
On the part of children, I just think people should be more sensitive and aware to how they feel about certain things, especially in the home. More awareness, more, for instance, for children within the two-parent household. If your parents are people who will listen to you, you can just even try, have a conversation. Mom, this is how I feel. Dad, this is how I feel. I feel a sense of abandonment. There are things I want to talk to you about, and I don't see you as approachable, or you're always busy. Have those conversations and be open-minded, whether they take it on board or not. Now you have your life to carve for yourself. You have your own path to carve for yourself. And of course, you want the best for yourself. So seeking because there's a tendency that you want to seek it somewhere else, And you have to be very, very careful. The community, the circle you find yourself in, and choose and select who are these people I'm hanging out with. I know that I'm seeking that attention, that family, that you want to have bond. You want to bond with people. You want to just have that circle of friends who you feel safe with, because for the most part, in situations like that, the home feels like it's not safe, it's not stable.
Yeah.
There's the love is mine. It's not.
Is this one?
So
It's
that way.
Sorry.
That's fine. That way you just don't totally say because of that. Okay. And for because most of those children, they feel that sense of entitlement because money is coming in.
Yeah.
But parents are not available.
Yeah.
So money is
So they are
coming in.
I think I'd
entitled.
like to add to that and
Yeah.
put the onus.
Yeah.
Honest, yes.
Honest.
Oh, the honest.
Put the onus on the parents.
Yeah.
Because we did not
Yeah.
I'm not there yet.
I was gonna actually
Our
speak on the
African
parents as
feel
well.
like the kids should be coming up to them to have conversations.
Yeah.
You as a mother and as a father, go and talk to your children, even if they're adults.
No, you have to.
I was
Check
going
in
to
with
check
these kids.
touch on
You
the
have
parents.
to.
How are
It's
you?
very important.
How are you?
You need to, as a parent, know every stage
Yeah.
and level your child is
Yeah,
at.
yeah. I was going to
Even if you want, to play
Self-reflect,
oblivious, but
yeah.
no.
I'm talking about older kids. Oh.
Even older kids, young, older,
We in our
both.
30s like this.
Yes, now.
The parents should still come to us, but African parents always expect the kids. They say, "Oh, you're an adult now. You have your family."
No,
now."
forget
You can
to.
still have such
You know,
conversations.
when I
with
was
us.
in my speaking on that, yeah, just to portray, when I was in my early 20s, there was something my mom did to me, and I was very much younger. That was the most she's beating me. She beat me up to it. I lied about something. I was gonna get
So why were you
later.
lying?
I lied about something because I was fear. I lied about going to school because one day to beat us in school. So I lied that there was public holiday.
Where did you go? You went to
Probably
boys'
school
house.
holiday. No, I was even at home. But I lied for 2 days. I was home for 2 days. She ran into my principal on the way and she was shocked. I did was 2 days. I don't go school. She was like, and because of don't be a Christian and like don't lie. There's that.
Yeah.
like,
Don't lie. Don't see. No, don't.
as you're a liar, you're a
Oh,
thief.
Yeah,
God.
You're
That is
Exactly.
kills.
Exactly.
only one person. Calm down.
Don't lie.
There's that staunch,
Yeah.
rules about
Yeah.
actually as
That's
Christian.
religion
That
aspect,
staunch
yeah.
religious aspect of things. Yeah, mom beat me to the point that I could barely breathe.
Jeez.
Like I was struggling to breathe. That she saw it.
Breathe.
Now, do you know that even when we are playing games with friends and they say, okay, truth or dare, what's that one moment that you never forget? All my life.
That's one moment you.
See, there's a possibility that I won't even share, but that was always pops on the first thing that pops on my mind.
Aww.
Now I knew that, but I'm like, I suffered other things now. But you know, my mom keeps visiting me one day. I said, blessing, there's something that's been bothering on her mind. And I spirit, she's even cried to God. She's asked God for forgiveness. She wants
Oh,
to
is it this she beat you?
Guess what?
Is
It was
that
that thing
same
she
one?
mentioned.
Oh, look at God. Look at
I'm
God.
telling you. It was so
Don't you want to
emotional.
cry again? Oh my God, guys! Dorcas keeps crying. Oh my God, stop!
Even thinking about it now. See, guys. Dorcas. See how many.
You on your period, girl? Because why you cry?
Honestly,
You cry.
my mom, I was
Oh,
shocked. I said,
now you're
you know,
gonna make me
this is the one. That was the one moment, or that was the one event that in my life I'd never forgotten because I was struggling to breathe.
Subconsciously was just
Because
there.
it was like I was struggling to feel like I was going to die.
Yeah.
That was how
She
much.
would have panicked.
That's
Yeah.
why
she
it's been
forget.
playing. That's why it was playing on her
Yeah.
conscience.
That's why it
as
stood
well.
out to stuck to her
Yeah.
all those years.
Yeah,
And she
wow.
didn't see anything all those
I'm
years.
proud of her.
So this
to
is
even
just what
apologize.
what she said about parents.
Yes.
We need to do better.
Yeah.
Self-reflect, introspect.
It's
Think,
so important.
Am I just sit and say,
please.
what am I
Just
doing?
having that conversation
Yeah.
will take your relationship from here to
To
here.
this,
there.
yes.
From here,
yeah.
it will take you
Yeah.
to the next
Yeah.
level.
Yeah, and
That's
from
why
a single parent,
Yeah, go on.
from a single parent household, you're experiencing that presence, you're experiencing the love, and even if you're not, just know that, like I said earlier, you alone can write the story of your life.
Yeah,
So
period.
however it is, just ensure that you're communicating with your parents, and hopefully our parents are doing better. Our mother doing, but I feel like
Yeah.
the single parent, they tend to build a bond, to be honest, because
Yes.
they want to
Yeah.
overly compensate for the
Yes,
fact that the
yes,
other
yes.
partner
No person-
is
yes.
in there. Yeah,
Correct.
So just make the most of it, and seize good
Wow,
opportunities.
that's amazing. Oh man, I don't talk. I don't even know what to say because
Yeah. Oh wow.
genuinely, because you're dropping gems. So I'm like, wow, like this is great stuff. But yeah, that's amazing, guys. Anyway, all I would say, I know I said I won't say anything, but all I would say actually is, as a society, can we please try to eradicate the negative stigma that comes with single parent households?
Yeah.
Because as we've discussed throughout this episode, it's obvious that not be by one parent or two parents. It's by the grace of God
Yeah.
at the end of the day, and by the
Absolutely.
little efforts that we can make to produce great children, right? So it's not about having one parent or two parents. So let's try to eradicate that whole stigma of single mommy, baby daddy, all this single stuff that's happening. At the end of the day, a single parent household child can become, in fact, not even can, most likely will, let me watch my words, but can become greater than someone from a two-parent household.
100%.
So let's just try and stop that negative stigma. If you see a single mother out there, can we just stop with the negativity that they face? And it might not even be by your words, but it might be the looks, because we Africans are good at giving bad looks. You see someone with a body
language
pushing, it's like, who is this one? All those little
Expressions.
things. So let's just be very aware, self-aware of our environments, and just be kind. Let's be kind to each other. Guys, if you watch to the end, this point of the video, Oma, it shows that you are a G. So thank you so much for getting to this point of the video. Don't forget to like, please subscribe, watch this video, share it with a friend, and all that great stuff. All right. So please like this video, subscribe, and share.
Yeah.
Anything else? Blessing, guys, please let's give a warm round of applause for our guests. We did try.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having me.
It was really good. Some people cried on the episodes, and we laughed, we cried. Hard girl in the mud, guys. Hard girl in the mud. All these tough girls that Dorcas likes. Now we see that.
Honestly,
she's
I've
a
actually
salty
learned a lot
baby
on this episode.
I'll trace that trauma very soon.
Yeah.
Please, I'm trying to chase my own trauma, where my defensive mechanism comes from.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Yes. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode. And if you love to see Blessing again, drop a comment down below. And trust me, guys, she will come back for a much lighter topic, something light
so that we can
and
laugh and
yeah,
gist
easy
more
breezy,
about-
and just
yeah,
gist. This
yeah.
one was a bit,
Deep.
deep. Yeah. So thank you guys. Blessing, do you have anything to say?
Sensitive.
Say thank you to her.
Thank you. I'm so grateful to be on this episode of
Yes,
this
sir.
podcast.
Tell them to
Thank
subscribe.
you guys. Please, like and see, this is my favorite podcast. I do not miss anything because the gems where they drop steady. So please, guys, tell a friend, share on all your social media platforms, and and comments, guys. Your comments means a lot. Your comments
please leave
means a lot.
comments.
Please leave
Yeah.
comments.
Exactly.
Please do.
Dorcas is looking
Thank
very
you very
sober.
much. Thank
you
you.
guys.
I'm drained.
And we're signing off right now. Thank you so much. Love.
Always.
Say it as well. Love.
Always.
Always.
So love always.
Bye.
Mwah. Bye.